Welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. So, where we last left off, you know, nothing too long within my explanation. Most of the relatives are trying to figure out the answer to the epitaph, and especially Kairi, considering she divided the epitaph into like 3 to 4 sections. Most of it are trying to decipher the riddle of the sword to come up with the answer. And there was somewhere in the dialogue where it got really goofy. I think it's Rudolph. Yeah, Rudolph said something that made it really goofy, and then I was like, yeah, I can't take this seriously. Anyway, oh man, let's continue. Everyone crossed their arms and fell silent. It felt like they were about to reach a novel understanding they hadn't managed before, but they stumbled just one step short. Then Hideyoshi's stomach rumbled heartily. That silence was broken by laughter.
すまんすまん。珍しく普段使わん頭を回したもんですっかり空腹になってしもた。
Yeah, all that thinking just makes you hungry. Huh?
やはり朝食抜きは答えるわ。なあ。
Well, yeah, the Goda already got killed, huh? So how are you gonna cook up some food?
夏日ここには何かないのかね
Well, the guest house was normally supposed to be a hotel. Surely you don't got some food around here.
軽食の備え程度があったはずです。用意しますね。
Oh, okay. Easy enough, I guess.
俺も腹ペコだ上のガキどもも腹ペコだろうよしかし18人分もそして3食もここに備蓄があるのかはちょいと疑問だな
そうやな。明日まで長丁場や。一度屋敷に戻って厨房で缶詰の類でも漁った方がええかもしれんな。
Why didn't you guys just did that earlier? Well, let's go back to the mansion again and see if there's some food. Like, okay.
クラッカーとおつまみくらいしかありませんが、それでよければ準備できます。でも、この人数ではお昼の分も残らないかも。
There might not be any left for lunch. Well,
今はそれでいいすまんが準備してくれんかね
oh boy, let's see how that'll turn out. It looked like the men had been taken over with an appetite that stopped all thought. The atmosphere grew more peaceful and the epitaph investigation team split up for the time being. But Eva kept staring at the paper the epitaph was written on like she was going to burn a hole through it.
文字遊びはあくまでも私の仮説。それが間違ってる可能性もあるわ。エヴァさん、あまり根詰めないで。
ありがとう。私の勝手でやってるの。放っといてくれないかしら。
Yeah, she's really into this stuff, huh? Eva spoke coldly. Kairi didn't bother her anymore and instead went to help Natsuki prepare breakfast.
姉さん、私たちも朝食の準備手伝った方がよくない？じゃああんたが手伝いなさいよ。私はこれを解くので忙しいの。ごめんなさい。
Wow. Eva just tells her to fuck off.
じゃあ私手伝ってくるわね。
Wow. Hard.
まったく。なんであなたはそんななの？え？
That's what I thought. I was like, what?
この碑文を解いた人間が後ろ宮家の家督を譲られるのよ。あなたは関係ないと初めから諦めているようだけど、もしも解ければローザにだって家督を引き継げるチャンスがある。あの兄さんから全てを奪うチャンスなのよ。どうしてその千載一遇のチャンスをあなたは真剣になって挑めないの？
それは。
She has no words. Rosa hung her head, unsure as to how she should answer. Too late, she regretted carelessly speaking to her sister when she was in a bad mood.
あんたも何か気づいたことがあるんなら言いなさいよ。私や桐江さんは真剣に推理してたのに、あんたは相槌ばかりだったじゃない。ほら、何か気づいた点はないの？ほら。
これ不思議よね。
不思議？何が？
黄金鏡っていう単語よ。
Golden Land.
何度も出てくるわよね、黄金鏡って単語。
Pretty sure the Golden Land gets mentioned many, many times in the last episode.
それが何よ。
So what?
黄金鏡を文字分解すると何かキーワードにでもなるの？
そうじゃなくて、ほら、この第10の番だけおかしいでしょ。
え？
みんな黄金鏡なのに、なぜかここだけ黄金の里なの。
Rin the Ongon Kyo. Ogon no Sato. Sato. However you're gonna pronounce that. Look, I'm just terrible, okay?
わざわざ「の」が1文字混じるのよね。
No. Changing the phrasing.
どうしてここだけ言い方が違うのか漠然と気になってて。別に意味なんてないわよね。お父様のことだもの。ちょっとした言葉のあやでたまたま言い方を変えただけかもしれないしね。
Well then.
つまらん。
The heck? Wait, this is the same track, but the pitch is a bit more higher.
おや、何がつまらないのですか？
つまらんつまらん。
はてさて、この子が何をぼやいているのかさっぱりですよ。
おそらくマダムがバトラ様にいろいろと入れ知恵をしたのが不満なのでしょう。
別に。
It would be fun. Imagine that Battler has to get backseated pretty often.
そんなの不満ではないぞ。
You sure about that?
不甲斐ないバトラがようやくわらわに釣り合うレベルになったので、むしろ満足してるくらいだぞ。
少しバトラ君と仲良くしすぎましたか。若い子同士に任せて老人は退散した方がいいのかしら。
Foggies. When Virgilia and Ranulf giggled and cackled, Beatrice's irritation meter finally reached its limit.
えい、揃いも揃ってわらは笑い物にしよって。ロノウェ、しばし姿を消せ。消えろ消えろ。
かしこまりました。それではしばしのお暇をいただきます。
But he even made the laugh as he went away. Ranulf bowed his head, still laughing, and vanished. After that, all that remained was the grumpy and irritated figure of Beatrice, and Virgilia, who was coolly enjoying her tea.
この島に19人以上いないと言ったあの赤がむしろあなたを追い詰めました。
There are no more than 18 people on this island.
やっぱりな。ちょっと早いかなとは思ったんだが、やっぱ早かったかな。
彼をもっと迷走させてからならともかく。全くにもって無駄な切り札でしたよ。むしろ彼を奮起させてしまいました。
In addition to denying the witch, Badler had possessed a second victory condition, one of explaining everything without suspecting one of the 18. It was at that point, when he'd been tossed about by two opposing wolves, that his heart should have been at its weakest. However, Beatrice had used the red carelessly, proclaiming that there were no more than 18 people. Because of that, Badler had been forced to suspect one of the 18, and he had finally begun to build up the resolve he needed to accept that. Badler was stubborn, not surprised, but that was exactly why fishers would run all through him like breaking china when he was struck in a fragile spot. That itself should have been his greatest weak point, but
前回圧勝だったんで、ちょいと油断が過ぎたかな。
probably.
ええ、油断が過ぎましたね。
Excuse me.
前回はバトラ君にとって難易度の高いゲームでしたが、どうやら今回はあなたにとって難易度の高いゲームになりそうですよ。
Will become a difficult one for you.
割れた壺は決して元に戻ることはない。未練がましくかけらを拾うより、他の手を考えた方が建設的というもの。しかし、すっかり知恵をつけたバトラにどう仕掛ければよいというのか。
炉の上のクッキーよりあなたが困っている顔の方がお茶菓子にぴったりですよ。
Her troubled face isn't even better snack than Ranulf's cookies, though. Wow. Not only Badler is roasting her, even Virgilia is roasting her as well. I mean, hell, Virgilia might as well be Beatrice's mother by now, with the way those two interact with each other. You see, you get what I mean?
バトラもお師匠様もどの上までもわらわを茶化扱いだ。わらわは決して甘くはないというのに。
Even though she's not sweet at all, I mean, Badler said I'm pretty sure Badler said he wants to kiss your ass, so. With a shameful, childlike face that she would never have shown in front of Badler, Beatrice rolled her head around on top of the table.
お師匠様、せめてヒントを。
This isn't exactly what Beatrice would talk, though.
おや、何のヒントですか？
バトラをギャフンと言わせて、わらわを認めたくなるようなうまい指し手を。ズバリ教えろとは言わないから、そ せめてヒントだけでも。
ダメですよ。私は今バトラ君の味方をしていますから。あなたに利することは教えられません。
I'm not surprised. I mean, Beatrice had to. Actually, there's no way Beatrice would actually manipulate Virgilia into like trying to give her hints.
そんな固いこと言わずにさ。弟子が困ってるというのに。
師匠を超えたと散々豪語していた気がしますが。
He's like, huh. I'm pretty sure you were the one bragging to me that you surpassed. Yeah, that's what I thought.
年寄りらしく老快な知恵を一発授けてくれよ。頼むよ。バトラにばっかりずるいってよ。
もう相変わらずのだだっこですね。でも確かにちょっとバトラ君にヒントを与えすぎたかもしれませんね。あなたのお灸にはなったけど、フェアなゲームとしては少し肩入れをしすぎたかもしれない。
そうであろう、そうであろう。頼むよ、お師匠様。せめて今後のヒントだけでも。
Wait, you telling me that Virgilia siding with Battler is a way to scold Beatrice? That doesn't. I don't really have any more explanation to this.
ヒントだけですよ。意味は自分で考えるのですよ。
自分で考えるからさ、頼むよ。バトラをケチョンケチョンにできるやつを頼むよ、お師匠様。
Considering how she acted like a great and mighty witch in front of Battler, the way she acted when he wasn't around was truly pathetic. Virgilia sighed at how childish Beato still was despite all the time that had passed.
ではヒントだけ。
Oh man. Okay, so I guess it wasn't manipulating at all. It's just Beatrice just acting like a spoiled brat. I mean, this isn't her voice is kind of changed compared to her voice changed compared to like, I mean, when I say changed, as in the tone of voice, comparing to her egotistical, badass self.
イーソップ寓話の北風と太陽というお話を知っていますか？
もちろん。旅人のマントを奪うために北風と太陽が勝負する話であろ
う？そうです。乱暴かつ請求な方法が常に最善の選択肢とは限らないということです。
言われなくても分かっておるわ。わらわが勝ちを焦りすぎたことはすでに反省しておる。
Okay.
意味はよく考えることですよ。それからバトラ君も少々誤解があったようですが、あなたにも誤解があるようです。あなたはこのゲームの勝利条件を理解していますか？
バトラを屈服させることの他に何があるというのか。
ほら、その時点でもう間違っていますよ。
You're already wrong there.
わらわが何を間違えたというのか。
あなたの勝利はバトラ君を屈服させることではありませんよ。バトラ君に あなたという存在を認めてもらうことではありませんか。
なんと。
Wait, what? Your victory isn't making Balor concerned, isn't it making Balor can accept your existence?
バトラにゴマをすって「わらわを魔女と認めてくださいお願いします」と頼み込めというのか。愚かな。そこまでわらわは落ちぶれてはおらぬ。
You want me to butter him up? I mean, it would be kind of amusing. Grr. Beato growled like a dog in a bad mood. Vergilia shrugged her shoulders, snickering at her disciple, who was as short-tempered as ever.
ヒントは出しました。あとはあなたがよく考えることですよ。いずれにせよ、バトラ君にこれまでの手は通用しません。相当の戦略転換が必要になるでしょう。
Wait, that was your hint? Wait, what? Violent and patient methods are necessarily the best decisions in all cases. So instead of making Balor surrender, want to make him accept her. Huh. Isn't this hint a little bit vague? I mean, change my, kind of, I guess some could change my mind, but still. I mean, that's it?
言われずとも分かっておる。
I don't need you to tell me that.
北風と太陽の話は何が言いたいのかさっぱりだが、とにかく方針を変えねばならぬことは分かった。お師匠様もあっと驚くような奇策を披露してみせるぞ。
それは楽しみですね。バトラ君はそれにどう挑むのかしら。あなたの健闘も祈っていますよ。
バトラのついでにであろう。ふん。
Oh, we're back at the mansion part, huh? Oh, wait. I think this is still the guest house.
もう投げ出して降参？そんなに眠いならお布団かぶって眠っちゃえば？
As my mind grew vague and I pretended to fight my drowsiness while sinking deeper and deeper into the sofa, I scolded myself.
あんなにもクラウスから当主の座を奪ってやりたいって夢見てきたんでしょ？
This is just her younger, conscious self of the sort.
そのチャンスを私の魔法が与えたのに、あなたはもう放り投げちゃうの？
そうは言うけれど、この謎は本当に難解よ。知恵の輪の方がまだマシだわ。解けるってことが絶対に約束されているもの。
You know for sure that it's solvable.
でもこの碑文の謎は、それすらも約束されているかわからない。私は挑むだけ無駄な勝負を挑んでるのかもしれない。
Fighting a useless battle. Still hazy, I looked at the notebook I'd been holding the whole time. It was open to a page with the epitaph, which I must have stared at hard enough to burn holes in it on so many hundreds of nights, I lost count. That page is truly a door. On the other side lies the Golden Land, the place I've wanted to drag myself to, no matter the effort, ever since I was a child, and the place I was never able to reach. Am I touching the door with both hands? With the book? No, the door right there in front of me, ready to be opened, and yet still unable to reach the other side?
そうよ。あなたは扉に手をかけている。さあ、それを力いっぱい開くの。そしてその扉に書かれた文字を読むのよ。
力いっぱい開く。
All her strength.
扉に書かれた文字を読む。
Characters written on the door. Strain your eyes. See through to the thing beyond the epitaph written in the notebook.
懐かしき故郷は私たちの想像をきっと裏切らないわ。お父様が唯一懐かしむ過去は少年時代だけだもの。
そうね。なら鮎の川は？それが泳ぐ川は複数あるし、お父様が住んでいた場所のすぐ近くにあったかは怪しい。鮎の生息するどの川が地図上距離的に近いかなんて話になると、急に曖昧になって特定ができなくなる。
自分で言ったじゃない。水の流れる川かどうかわからないって。鮎という言葉がそんなにもややこしいなら忘れてしまえば？川で考えるの。川で。家系図という連想は悪くないわ。その要領で川から連想するものを他にも考えてみて。
川じゃなくて？
It isn't a river.
川じゃなかったら鮎は泳げないのに？ああ、でも鮎が泳げるってことは海までつながってるのかしら。川魚だけど海に出るってうちの人も言ってたし。
Even though they're river fish. Interesting, another track. Rhythm Changer.
海まで。いえ、でも。
But, huh?
気づいた。でもうろ覚えなの。
A faint memory.
ここには書庫があったはず。
A room for storing books in the building.
調べれば確認できるわ。
それが鮎の川なら。そして鍵は6文字の単語かもしれないなら、鍵が本当にその川に眠ってるというの？
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I have to search in an atlas. But even if I know that, I don't know from what I should take the 6 characters.
本当にわからないの？よく考えて。私たちは下手に頭がいいから発想が硬いのよ。碑文の謎なんて大層に考えないで、子供の謎だと思って。
Don't think of it like it's something as massive as a riddle at the epitaph, but like it's a child's riddle.
男なんていくつになったって子供なの。お父様が老境に差し掛かったとしても、心の中の本質的な部分は子供と何も変わらない。
Wow, I feel a little bit called out from this kind of dialogue.
お父様への畏怖を捨てるの。マリアが船の中で突然出してくるようなくだらなくて低俗な謎遊びだと思って。
謎。
I wonder if I make a really stupid take that I misinterpret from that kind of dialogue. And I'll like for example, I'll say like, wait a minute, So women are the legitimate adults, while men that are grown as adults still act like children. Okay. I guess I can feel the same with some people online that in their like in their 20s and shit. Oh,
くだらない低俗な
infantile. Oh?
あれは確かなんだっけ
I'm sure, if my memory isn't wrong, that it's probably the case. No, I don't have to rely on my vague memory. I should be able to figure that out immediately by searching the library.
私たちは多分もう答えに気づいてるわ。あとはそれが正しいか調べるだけよ。さあエヴァ、誰にも気づかれないように書庫へ。あそこにはお父様の書斎から溢れ出した硬い本が山積みよ。きっと私たちの疑問に答えてくれる本が見つかるわ。急いで。これが生涯で最初で最後の私たちの夢の叶うチャンス。
What? When Natsuki tried to lay a blanket over her, Eva suddenly jumped up.
ごめんなさい
Oh wow.
起こしてしまいましたね
Oh. Eva is like so focused on her own conscience that Natsuki woke her up.
エヴァ眠いなら無理をしなくていいぞお前から休みなさい
ありがとうちょっとお化粧室に行って顔を洗ってくるわね
無理をせんと休んだ方がええで。また体に触るで。
本当に大丈夫だってばすぐ戻るわね
Dang. Hideyoshi trying to help you though. That's your husband. After leaving only those words behind, I rapidly left the lobby. The lobby was partitioned off by a door, so as soon as I went into the corridor, they could no longer see me. The library was next to the servant room. Oh wow. Now that's a background I've never seen before. That they have a library this whole time? So, how has everyone not went to the library? I'm amazed. Like, is it just only Eva that went to the library this time? Is this why? Alright, let's see. The library was next to the servant room. Father always owned a vast book collection. But ever since he started to become engrossed with this occult hobby, that collection grew even larger, so that the normal books suitable for a normal study had been forced out as his study overflowed. So that the normal books suitable for a normal study had been forced out as his study overflowed. This so-called library was mostly used as a storage room for those normal books. They were all thick, like complete encyclopedias for intellectuals, but that was very convenient for me, now that I was investigating something. I entered softly, and just in case, I checked the room with my gun ready, making sure that there were no suspicious people there. Then I locked it from the inside. I actually wasn't thinking that the murderer might be hiding somewhere. What scared me was the thought that one of my siblings might hear what I was investigating. My heart had started racing before I realized it. I was half asleep just a moment ago, so I didn't realize how significant this thing I noticed was. But as I gradually became aware, my heart started to feel like it was about to explode.
これ他の兄弟たちは誰も気づいてないのかしら。
クラウスとルドルフは気づかないと思うわ。でもキリエはわからない。あいつおかしな勘が鋭いわ。あとはローザもわからない。
ローザもグドンよ。昔っから呆れるくらいにね。
そう？あなたにグドンと思い込ませて不必要な恨みを買わない程度には賢いと思ってる。
She was wise enough to make you think she was stupid so that she didn't earn herself unnecessary malice. Ouch.
あった。これになら載ってるかしら。
I pulled the book out and flipped through the pages.
これ鮎の皮。
Sweetfish River?
なるほど。鮎の皮とはそういう意味なのね。もたもたしないでさらに調べて。
分かってる。川を下ればやがて里あり。
We follow the river downstream. We'll find a village.
里って町や村って意味。人口密集地だもの。そんなのいくらでもあるわよ。
どうして思考を停止するの？嫌ならやめちゃえば？後ろ宮家の当主はキリエに譲っちゃえば？
嫌よ。私が当主になるの。これがその最初で最後のチャンスなのよ。
First and only last chance.
里って何？里ってどういう意味？この川を下ると里なんてあるの？
その里にて二人が口にし岸を探れ。岸を？
Sure.
分かってる？
Go.
分かってる。岸。
The pieces that I hadn't been able to understand at all began to snap into place all by themselves. I couldn't even remember to close my open mouth. My throat grew completely dry. Is it really okay for this to be the answer? Really? Really?
でもこれは全然6文字じゃないわ。これが答えに間違いないって断言できるけど、これは全然6文字に満たない。
また思考停止？ならそれを6文字で読める方法を考えなさい。思いつかないなら調べなさい。きっと答えはある。それを疑ってはダメ。それが信じられないならとっとと泣き寝入りでもしてへそでもかんで死んじゃえば。
6文字つけた。これが本
The key to the golden land. Uh-oh. The shenanigans are about to start soon.
それが黄金鏡への私たちの子供の頃からの夢への鍵。その鍵を刺す鍵穴はあそこしかない。生贄に捧げるのはきっとあれ。もうわかるよね。うわ
Oh man. I get a bad feeling this is about it's gonna pick up pretty quick. Sunday, October 5th, 1986, 10 a.m. Coronation. This way.
こっちへ回れってことよね。
Go this way.
こいつらが私をこっちへ回れと誘ってるもの。
What the hell is happening?
こっち。
My heart leapt, because there, gaping wide, was an opened mouth in the eerie darkness.
何よこれ。
What's this?
何なのよこれ。
Well, I don't really see what's going on. When I strained my eyes, peering into the darkness, I saw something that looked like a light switch. In addition, there was a switch with open and close written on it. When I resolutely pushed the switch, rough lights like you'd find in a coal mine turned on sporadically, making a staircase that stretched underground come hazily into view. Where the hell are we? What is this staircase? Is this something I would see from SCP, from this one SCP game? Hazily into view. Eerily enough, it looked even more gloomy with the lights turned on. Near the light switch was that open and close switch. It would probably open or close this, but if the open part happened to be broken, I might be shut away in this creepy underground area for all eternity. So for the time being, I didn't touch that switch, and as I readied my gun again, I slowly went down the stairs. The ceiling was very high, so it didn't feel cramped. On the contrary, it felt as though a cool breeze was blowing upwards, and that creepiness seemed to form a sort of aura. As I readied my gun and carefully stared forwards, I descended the stairs. The walls, the stairs, the lights, all of them are very old-fashioned. It was easy to suspect that this had been built back when the mansion had been constructed on this island. There were cracks in the ceiling and water clung to the walls, constantly dripping down. That water fell into a gutter that had been set up alongside the stairs, then quickly and silently flowed into the underground darkness, as though it was telling me to go faster. The staircase kept turning back on itself. I don't know how far down I've gone, but I think it's much deeper than one floor. Eventually, a rough metal door showed itself, and there characters had been written in a dark red paint. They had probably been written a long time ago. On the 10th twilight, the journey ends, and you shall obtain the power of the Golden Land's treasures, once and for the last time. My heart, which was already about to explode, jumped about even more as soon as I recognized those deep red characters. There's no mistake. This is the last stop. Father's Golden Land. I calmed my throbbing heart, somehow regained my composure, and readied my gun again. But since in the end I couldn't open the door with my gun held in both hands, I lowered the gun, carefully hid my breathing, and opened the door. The fact that she were able to figure out, found the answer when she got teleported, or did she just find some secret passage? I don't know. And opened the door. All right, let's see what's beyond it.
ここ。
My first impression when I saw the room was that it might be linked to one of the rooms in the mansion. That's right. It had exactly the same atmosphere about it as the sealed VIP room on the second floor. But this was underground, so there were no windows. There was only the solemn light of a grand chandelier. But even though it was dimly lit by the faint light, the quality of the interior was more than enough to take your breath away. That's an interesting room. This is a rich-ass room. A bed with a canopy and a rocking chair that looked like it would be comfortable to sit in. An extravagant sofa and carpet. The room was like a dream every girl yearns for at least once. And yet, since it was an underground hidden room with no windows, it felt more like the hidden house of a witch. I never swallowed the legend of Beatrice, Witch of the Forest. However, after being shown this room, it certainly became hard to doubt that she actually had existed and had lived in this room.
誰かいる。
Even though I was completely shocked by this room, I timidly searched the interior with my gun raised. And at the back of the room, I found it. Holy moly. Look at this. Now this is what we call a wall of gold. Gold bars. Gee, I kind of want more gold bars. My gasp came out strangely, like a bunny being choked. Happiness of marionette bonus? After all, after finding something like this, no one would be able to stop that kind of stupid voice from leaking out. And there you go. Story's been done. Story is over.
お父様の黄金。
Nah, I'm gonna continue just like that. On the opposite side of the canopy bed, it was piled up in a massive heap. It was a mountain of gold ingots. Of course, they weren't piled up carelessly in a way that would damage the dignity of this room. A beautiful scarlet satin weave was laid on the mountain of gold, creating a beautiful three-colored mix between the red, the gold, and the black of the deep darkness. It was as though, when the witch slept on this bed, the gold would be a respectful chamberlain waiting on her. Nobly, refinedly, gracefully, beautifully, it was attentively piled there with an opposing air. When I tried to grab a single gold ingot, I was surprised at its weight. It was probably about 10 kilograms. Just this ingot would probably be worth more than 10 million. The Ushiro Miya family crest, the one-winged eagle, was lightly imprinted on it. It was hard to tell whether it had worn away, or whether the impression had been made carelessly in the first place. But it was certainly the crest of the one-winged eagle. Just how many ingots were piled up there? More than enough for you to count, were piled up there. By doing a quick count here and there and judging by the height, there had to be a few hundred at least. My mind's already gone blank, so I can't do the math well. Even a moderate guess would put it above several billion yen. Would you look at that? You can now become a billionaire.
そりゃそうよ。そうに決まってるわよ。だって10トンの黄金よ。時価にして200億円の黄金よ。見つけたわ。誰よりも早く私が見つけたわ。
Unbelievable. Why am I getting this feeling she's falling deep into insanity by now? I get a pretty bad feeling about this. Alright. I think this is a good place to stop from there. So, next part. Let's see what Eva is about to plan next. So, we'll pick it back up for the next part. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys later. Have a good one.